All right, we are in Tampa, Florida, right off of Del Mabry and Kennedy. We're looking at how many units we have here, Carlos? How many? 48? We have a 48 unit apartment complex. Let's kind of take a look at what we're dealing with. We're here today because we just showed up and a company has asked us to fee manage this property, so we're going to come in, take a look at the property, walk around with the current maintenance owner, and let him show us around a little bit. Basically, what we want to do is we want to evaluate the property's location. Number one, we never ever quote our fees, because you can be dealing with an apartment community that looks like this one, and then you can be dealing with an apartment community that looks like the one that you see across the street, which are two totally different communities and may offer two totally different sets of challenges, even though that they're right across the street from each other. So quoting your fees, you can actually back yourself into a wall by quoting your fees and taking the normal, what everyone takes, 10% of the gross operating income. So you want to be careful. So number one, you always want to do a site inspection to see exactly what you're going to be dealing with before you quote your fees, and that's what we're doing now. It's just doing a quick site inspection. We're going to take a look at a couple of the units, walk the property, walk the premises. You can see it's well maintained from the outside. Landscaping looks pretty decent.
Yeah, second, I'll tell you what the problem is right now. Right here. Look at his exposure. I mean, he has this whole street. And look at the signs.
Yeah, he's got some of the best curb appeal in the business. This is Del Mabry, as you can see, an extremely busy highway. This advertisement, no banners. If you notice, there's no banners. No, just a. So we're right away picking up that there's not a lot of signage on the property, especially for the type of curb appeal that this place has. Carlos, hey Carlos, you got a lot of businesses on this street too. I'm wondering how many of these businesses are sharing, how many he's actually doing, like marketing, cross-marketing with, like Subway, the Hess station down the road to 7-Eleven as well. So just taking a look at the general location, you can see that there's a lot of businesses up and down Del Mabry, which an individual can do cross-marketing and help to fill a small community up like this fairly quickly. How do we get to the inside? Courtyard. This way. All right. Laundry room facility coin. Another good way to increase income on this property is to remove these old coin machines and get fee management companies to come in and drop new machines in. When you see the old coin laundries like this, these are pretty much outdated. You want to get some of the digital.
has 2 washer and dryers.
Notice that for the size of the units. Oh, Mac Ray's here. He just hasn't. Mac Ray's already here. He's already got Mac Ray here, which is a good thing. Is this a vacant?
This is a vacant. ¿Ese es un cuarto, un baño?
Sí.
Look, this is what we could do. Same setup as the palms. A little bit bigger square footage. But look, see how this opens up the space? This is real nice. ¿Tú haces eso?
No, es una persona que no cambia.
All right, just taking a quick walk through the property, and right away see a lot of potential, a lot of great opportunities. Obviously, being out here on Dale Mabry, and just the curb appeal and the traffic that this apartment complex commands, along with the density of office and retail in the area, should not be too difficult to maintain a high economic occupancy. And again, for any viewer, economic occupancy and physical occupancy are two different things. Never focused on physical occupancy, we're always focused on economic. Because you can have a fully occupied place, but if no one's paying any rent, I'd rather have a bunch of empty buildings than a bunch of tenants not paying rent. So what we do is focus on what we call economic occupancy, and that's the actual amount of money you're actually collecting on the property. So again, it shouldn't be too difficult to get the economic occupancy up at this property, considering the location to office and retail, and just the amount of curb appeal and that this particular property commands, being right off of one of the busiest intersections and busiest streets in all of Tampa. Competition, neighboring properties look to be pretty full. We would have to look at the occupancy rates, do some market surveys, and kind of call some of the numbers. You can see some of the other buildings have their signage and their phone numbers on the side. So what we would do is do a 3-mile radius walk through and pretty much contact all of the other apartment communities in the area and walk those units as well, posing as if we were leasing, just to get some information to see how many vacant units are across the street, what their rental rates are, the amenities that they offer. Another good thing, as you can see as we walk through, that this property has a pool. So these amenities, the pool, the pricing, all of this should be displayed out on the corner here. Pulling up, we did not know that this place had a pool. That should be one of the first things that you see on this property. Is swimming pool available. One of the amenities that definitely should be highlighted right on the corner. The only real signage that we have here is this little tiny road sign that you see on the outside, which for the job is pretty inadequate. Again, my first impression is of just figuring out that this place had a pool. That should be advertised along the side of the buildings, one way, shape, or form, that these individuals actually have a pool. Because if you look across the street, no one else can boast that they have a pool at their facilities, and washer and dryer. So just looking here between the two trees, the signage that you see on the outside, I would definitely put pools, washers and dryers, and then the rental prices. But a lot of opportunity here. This just gives you a quick idea of what we're looking for when we come in to do fee management. Again, this is about 48 units. The owner would like us to come in and manage the property.